June 22nd, 1941, Operation Barbarossa begins. On this day, Nazi Germany and its allies invade the Soviet Union in the largest military operation in human history. And in doing so, Hitler makes one of the most catastrophic decisions of the entire war, because this is the moment he stops fighting a war and starts digging Germany's grave. Hitler had failed to knock Britain out of the war, and instead of finishing one enemy before taking on another, he made the same kind of mistake Napoleon made more than a century earlier. Failed to break Britain, turn east, invade Russia, assume one massive campaign will end the war. That is a terrible plan. At first, Barbarossa looked brilliant. German forces tore through Soviet territory. Millions of Soviet soldiers were killed, wounded, or captured. Entire armies collapsed. But Barbarossa was never going to be won in a few dramatic weeks. Russia was too big. The distances were too vast. The supply lines were too fragile. And the Soviet Union, no matter how much punishment it absorbed, did not collapse. Instead, Hitler created the Eastern Front, the bloodiest theater of the entire Second World War. From that moment on, Germany was fighting a war against Britain in the West and the Soviet Union in the East, a two-front war of attrition against enemies with more manpower, more resources, and more staying power than Germany could handle. The road to Stalingrad, Kursk, Berlin, and Hitler's defeat begins here. Operation Barbarossa is not just the largest invasion in history. It is one of history's greatest examples of what happens when arrogance outruns strategy.